Here's an interesting one to take a look at. I can honestly say I've never pictured one of these or done video on this particular car or any of them like it. 1953 Kaiser Dragon. 1953 Kaiser made the Dragon its own model. It used to be a trim level before that, and it was the high-end model. It was their flagship. This car actually would have been nearly $4,000 back in 1953. That was more than a Buick Roadmaster, I believe possibly Cadillac. So it was an expensive car. They only sold 1,277 of them. I think as of 2018, there was roughly 47 identified in the Kaiser Dragon registry or Kaiser registry in this particular color. This particular color would be jade tint, and that is the color that this would have came from Kaiser back in 1953. Just take a look at the chrome up front. There's a few imperfections, just a tad bit of pitting. This section right there, as you can see, it's not bad. I'm being pretty fussy. There's a tad bit, if you can see it right there, show up a little bit on that piece right there. Now, like I said, very high-end car and very loaded. A lot of standard features. Actually, these emblems, when it came from the Kaiser factory, those were actually gold-plated hood emblems, and then the script on the side would have also been gold-plated from Kaiser back in '53. And then you see a lot of people with the wheels now. This is actually a spoked wheel. It's not a wheel cover. A lot of people took and highlighted that gold with the wheels later on when they were being refurbished or dressed up or just redone, period. Now, if you want to check out the still pictures so you can see the underside, the engine bay, interior, still pictures can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. Of course, you can always call us too, 507-386-1726. Now, underneath the hood, 226 cubic inch L head, called it a supersonic, inline 6-cylinder is what's underneath there, as well as power steering, which would have been one of the standard features. That is paired up with a 3-speed hydromatic automatic transmission. Speaking of standard features, this car would have came standard with a radio, heater, like I mentioned, power steering. They only came in sedans with the 4 doors here. And then, of course, like I said, the gold nameplate on the side. And then there's also a nameplate on this glove box right there. That would have had the original owner's name on it. Now, they called this a bamboo vinyl, and you can kind of see why. It's got a bamboo look to it. You also hear it called dragon skin, and that carried out through the interior of this car. But look at the, I guess, kind of an art deco design on the interior of this car. It was actually designed by a gal named Maria Nichols. Of course, all the designing back then was typically done by males. Kaiser brought in a female to give it a cool looking interior, and that is how the interior would have looked when this came from Kaiser back in 1953. Now remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with the transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. Let's take a look at the rear chrome. Now, there are a few spots in this car where it does show its age as far as restoration. A little spot right there. There's some spots down below the door sills in the bottom too, and I'll hit those on the driver's side as we go around it. Car will fire right up though. Drives out nicely. There's some more of the gold emblems that again would have been gold plated when it came from Kaiser. There is a car cover, some miscellaneous manuals, and a jack, and just some miscellaneous books and, like I said, manuals that will go with it. We'll throw those in the trunk. And trunk pictures, interior pictures, underside pictures can all be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. All right, let's go down the driver's side of this car. That vinyl top is in nice shape all the way around. Look down below there, you can see a little bit some of the bubbling that I was talking about before. It's a little bit down below the bright work. Interior shows very well, and it's cool to have the original look as if it would have came off the showroom. And again, only 1,277 of these produced, so it's not one that you were going to see at the car shows or roll-ins that you go to. Let's go ahead and fire this up. I did have the wipers working here. I did not get the radio to work, but again, there would have been that standard radio, standard equipment, electric clock, and yes, that's the way the dash also would have came. Let's go ahead and start this up. Of course, similar to a Buick, where you're going to have neutral and then drive low. There's a hydromatic. See, it starts right up. Fuel gauge is working, oil pressure is going up, amp meter, and I'm assuming that temp gauge is also going to go up with the temperature of the engine. Alright, it starts nice and easy. There is a hood release in the interior. That is that one right there. Alright. What a great looking steering wheel too. Reminiscent of a Cadillac with a kind of pearl steering wheel. Slip around to the back. Smooth running, sounds good. And we're going to slip up front, pop the hood, and check out that 226 underneath the hood. Alright, something else I wanted to show you, I forgot what was in here. Well, of course, the headliner has to also be kind of in that bamboo vinyl look, or dragon skin if you'd like to call it that. Alright, I'm going to pause this 1 second. Let's pop this hood open, see how it looks underneath there.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
All right, hood popped. Sit back, give you an idea how it looks. Very stock looking under here. Now, the one thing I did notice when I was taking pictures earlier and doing this video, I mentioned from some of the things I read up on this car, supposedly the power steering was a standard feature on this car. FYI, this one does not have power steering on it, so whether it was removed or whether I was misinformed, this power steering was standard. So I want to let you know that as far as equipment wise, this one does not have power steering. See a battery shut off there, and again, 226 cubic inch L head, inline 6-cylinder, smooth runner as you can see and hear. Of course, you have the data tag back right along there, and body number is down below there. And there's also a pic of the stamping on the engine. That will all be in with the still pictures, so feel free to check those out. And there's probably 120 or so still pictures of this car at uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. Now remember, phone number 507-386-1726. Also, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with the transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract, so consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.